Hi kindergartners, today for math we are going to be doing lesson 5-4. This is the last lesson in this math topic and tomorrow we will be taking our test. Let's watch our video for today.
What do you see? There are cars and trucks. Tucker and Olivia counted 6 cars and 5 vehicles that are not cars. How can you check if their answers make sense? You can classify the vehicles into cars and not cars like Tucker and Olivia. You can count the number in each category. Tucker drew an arrow to show the greater number. Which number did Tucker say is greater? He says 6 is greater. Which category does Tucker say is greater in number? Cars. Olivia drew a circle to show which number is less. Which number does Olivia say is less?
So Olivia says that the number 5 is less than the number 6.
She says 5 is less. Which category does Olivia say is less in number? Not cars. Who is correct? Both Olivia and Tucker are correct. How can you use these numbers to explain why Tucker is correct?
So Tucker drew an arrow to show that this number is greater than the other category. So he is correct because 6 is a greater number than 5. It comes after on the number line, which means it is a greater number. And Olivia is also correct because she circled the number 5 to tell us that that number is less, or this category has less. And she's also correct because that number comes before 6, which means it is a lesser number.
6 is after 5 in the counting sequence. So 6 is greater than 5. Tucker is correct. How can you use these numbers to explain why Olivia is correct? 5 is before 6 in the counting sequence. So 5 is less than 6. Olivia is correct.
Both answers are correct. You got it.
They're both correct because they compared the same numbers of toys or cars, and one chose to compare and find the greater number, and one chose to compare and find the lesser number, and they're both correct. Now let's take a look at what you're going to do in your math book today in your folder. So we are doing lesson 5-4. It starts on page 267. So this lesson is kind of fun because you get to be the teacher and see if the students compared and counted correctly. So on the first page, Carlos says that the number of blue cubes is equal to the number of cubes that are not blue. So we would solve this by first, let's count the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 blue. And Carlos says that the other colors are equal to the amount of blue. So we're looking to see if the yellow and the green together have 10. If they do, they'll be equal. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 and 10 are not equal, so Carlos was not right. Let's see what we're going to do on the next page. So it looks like we're comparing planes and not planes. So Carlos counted 5 planes. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he also counted the other modes of transportation, the ones that are not planes. And he said there are 6 of them. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He was correct. Now, he says that it says the category of airplanes is greater in number than the category that is not airplanes. So he's saying this number is greater than this number. That is not correct. When we look at these numbers on a number line, 5 comes before 6, which means it is a lesser number. So we circle the word no to say he is not right. And you are going to do problems just like that throughout. So you are counting trains, and then you have to read the directions to see if they are correct, if they said which number was greater or lesser, and you're going to circle if they were right, you're going to circle yes, and if they're not right, you're going to circle no, and you're going to be a teacher to see if you can catch any of their mistakes. You are going to continue on to crayons as well. And then it ends on page 272.